Guys, welcome to the next King of Hate podcast number 6. I am your host, as always, the very lovable, the very attractive P to the dog. Or that better not be sarcastic. P to the dog, or Pdaaaawg, or you can call me P. Either way. Or if you're the lemon, you can call me about 101 different things.
Hello, my name is Andrew. I am also known as CaptainFireworks2292 on the kingofhate.com. Check me out. I'm doing also movie reviews later on, coming out. And I'm calling out Master of Awesomeness for talking shit, but,
Hello, I am Fly666Monkey. I've been a member of the King of Hate forum since the beginning. I'm also known as Steven, and I am well recognized as the KingofHate.com's resident role-playing geek. Kudos, hail to you all.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm Spacey, and I've been banned.
Alright, so sorry for all the technical difficulties we're having here, because my flipping recording software is going a bit haywire. But like I was saying, this week's podcast was a bit weird, because we were originally going to get on old Goldheart in replacement for 566Monkey. Unfortunately, he couldn't show up for a bunch of reasons, but it was out of his control. So then we God Raven, flipping whatever the heck his name is, decided
Revan.
Revan. He said that he wanted to replace him, so we were like, alright, so you can replace him if you want. He hasn't shown up, so, we can't really do anything about that. And then finally, we're just started to record it, and then Fly666Monkey was the knight in shining armor. He showed up in the podcast.
Yay!
And now he is here to protect us from what could have been a big massive disaster of the podcast, so...
Thank you, Stephen Condor.
Speaking of, I've almost never done a knight in shining armor character.
The first time for everything. So anyway, what happened in last week's podcast, it was a very first special, 2 hours in WrestleMania, and it was flipping rubbish because Captain Price didn't show up. But aside, sorry, I broke this. I remember. Interesting. We also had our very first bite size where we did a 30-minute podcast, and it was almost 30 minutes exactly, which I thought was really cool, but still, pretty interesting one. We also got a whole new section in the podcast, or forward of the podcast, so, go check that out. I've got about 8 threads set up there already, which has, no activity, but it doesn't matter, because that'll have a lot of more activity as the podcast progresses. But anyway, we are all here.
So you better check his website, or I'm coming for you.
I don't have a website. Just check out the section, chillax, even though, some of the stuff aren't in caps, but that's alright, we'll let that rock. But anyway, as I was saying, what has been going on in the forums, this week? Anyone? Should.
Well, I checked out your forums, and, they're pretty cool. Anything else, I could say that on my forum page, on the review, which you could check out on Captain Fireworks on movies, I had a review on 21st Jump Street. And what's funny about this, we discussed this earlier, and a lot of people have been saying negative things about it, saying, oh, I negative reviewed it, I did this, and no, I did not negative review it. It's good, it's professional, you can check it out. I think it's a fun movie. I'm going to still do movie reviews, continuing on. I'm going to actually do a review of American Reunion later today, or maybe tomorrow. I have to check it out. But yeah, come check it out. It's going to be good.
Actually, there has been a lot of stuff happening in the forums this week, a bunch of interesting threads that was spawned. For example, a man that they call the man with no name has decided to put up a good little story. And who here can do the best Darkseid Phil impression? Because no,
I can't do it.
Because under his command, he wants someone to do a Darkseid Phil impression and read out his story to the podcast. So I can't do one, and I can't swear, which is a bit of a bummer. But still,
I can try.
Try it out. It is under the reading and writing section. So while you try and get up, it's the most recent thread there. So you can just click on there. As he's trying to find that there, they might as well talk about some other stuff, such as we do have a new section. What else has been going on? The wrestling section has been very active after WrestleMania, and a whole bunch of crazy stuff been happening there, such as everyone going crazy about Brock Lesnar returning and Daniel Bryan. Yes. But apart from that, nothing's really been happening.
Oh yeah, I kind of like really enjoyed the yes chants. I think they need to progress that more. Get the feeling going with the fans if they really want to try to get back their viewers on television, and go back to wrestling because that was probably the best Raw I've seen in a long time. If anyone would agree with that,
DSP and Rambo wouldn't agree on that there because they they like to look negatively and everything as smart guys. But an interesting thing I never even knew about this thread beforehand, but it was the user meme thread. I never knew about this until this week, and I put up who can put up podcasting thread or memes or something, and I would just like to credit AGoldenShotgun for posting up a good 8 or 9 podcasting memes, and I'm gonna put them into this podcast. You can all check them out. Some of them are hilarious, and they're meme they're pretty good.
I have to admit that guy has an amazing sense of humor.
I think so too. So credit to AGoldenShotgun and I. Good job. In other news, Mr. K is trying to clean up the site. He's trying, and I don't blame him as well. It's a really good idea because it wouldn't take long for mods and stuff to just completely destroy some threads that haven't been used in years and stuff. I think that's a pretty smart idea.
Mm-hmm.
So
what is he, the secret police of this of the King of Hate website now?
Yeah, I think so. But
what an ass.
But anyway, do you have that story set up yet so we can all have a nice listen?
I'll get the story up.
Right,
so you want Golden Shotgun's new story?
Yeah, I like to hear
the
it.
man who was the one that wrote it. Still,
it's called The Man with No Name. Sorry, I said Golden Shotgun because I'm still sleepy. All right. King Phil of Formania, Ranculus's Wrath.
Yes.
King Phil of Formania has gathered all his allies for a meeting. The meeting takes place in the king's dining hall, and all the bravest men, women, animals, and lemons have arrived. There are many famous heroes here. DX Michael, the polar bear. Pdaaaawg, the dog. Russ, the janitor, and even the lemon. The magical talking lemon that is being carried around by TrollDrill. He is the lemon's assistant, but as always, who gives a shit about these guys? The king is about to talk, so shut the fuck up. There was one huge table in the dining hall. Everyone sat around the table. King Phil sat at the very end. He was playing Silent Hill with his two guardians, Chris and Fozy, or however you pronounce her fucking name.
Foes.
Told him he had to stop playing and tell people about Ranculus. Phil sighed. Fuck you guys, I just want to play games. I don't want to be a king, it's boring as hell. His wife, the cute panda known as Queen Panda, slapped him so hard he turned red. Shut up, bitch, don't act like that when we have guests. Finally, Phil had gotten everyone's attention. People were laughing at him. Michi and Hazard were dying of laughter at the left side of the table. While YMA 0768 and Wildfire 283 were having hardcore gay sex on the right side.
Oh my god.
Phil stamped on the floor. Jesus Christ, shut up! What are you paid to do? The lemon and the polar bear, Michael, was whispering. Michael spoke in the language of the polar bears. Nobody understood what he just said except the lemon, who spoke all languages fluently. Well, said Phil, translate it, you yellow tomato. The lemon sighed. You told us to do what we were being paid to do, but you have never paid us anything. King Phil spat. Details, who gives a shit? Phil jumped on the table. You all know why you are here. Ranculus has returned, and he has allied himself with Nutty Nightwear and Kitsune. Those assholes. But I have a plan to stop them. Everyone were listening with interest to the king, except Russ, who was cleaning the floors. We send Chris and Foes to Nutty Nightwear and Kitsune as moles, double agents. There was a long silence. Everyone clapped and rose from their chairs. Genius! Shouted some. Others were silent. Chris and Foes left the day after. They had a dangerous mission ahead of them, but they were not afraid. They were only drunk. Especially Foes, since she was drunk, as usual. To be continued.
Yeah!
I think that is brilliant. I'll tell you what, The man with no name. If you write a chapter every week, we will read it. We will read it out in the podcast every week. If you write a chapter every week.
Man with no name. Put me in the story.
Yeah, put everyone in the
Make
story
me the
as well.
bad guy. Put me as the bad guy.
You only have
Okay.
you only have 12,168 members to put on. So no worries. I think I think after that, I don't think there's anything else to say for it. Like what else has been happening in the forum?
It's brilliant.
I know.
Wait. Hold on. I think we lost Kyle.
We did?
No, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Kyle has no reason to say anything. He's like, God, I'm too good for the podcast. Anyway, okay, so that's pretty much it for forum news. Pretty interesting week, and once again,
Very
got a
interesting.
good podcast section up. So if you want to, flame in the podcast and call it stupid, and
Flame it.
yep, you
Just
I
flame it.
do want to point out though that the forums hit 200,000
Oh,
posts.
oh,
Ooh.
I'm a complete idiot because we keep on forgetting to put stuff together, but still, yes, the forums did hit 200,000 posts recently, and by recently I think we mean like, but still. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm just letting CaptainFireworks finish speaking to his to whoever the heck he's speaking to. Anyway, yes, it hit 200,000 posts. We're actually getting quite close to 300,000. Well, not really. We're 203,000, but still, we're racking on up there. We're going to be getting in there, don't worry. And also, the final news, I think, the King of Hate podcast, the older thread that was originally the main thread for a good month, is in the top 10 most replies in the forum history. So, congratulations to us. Woo!
Yeah.
Woo.
Woo.
So, good job on all of us anyway. So, moving on to,
We saw.
what's going on?
Oh, I was just about to say we. Oh.
What?
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 Moo?
Oh.
Black?
Oh, I was just gonna say we still have a while. We still had a while to go for that thread to beat the immense amount of perversion in the anime Mimi thread, but
Yeah, I checked that one out. There's a lot of lots of hentai shit going on. Particularly, I have to say this. I'm a big fan of hentai. I'm not ashamed of that. I'm not ashamed.
Same as here.
Yeah, high five, invisible high five.
Woo.
Oh, that actually sounded
Yeah.
quite legit. That sounded really weird. Anyway, so in the DSP news, happy after birthday to DS.
Yeah.
Yay! Happy birthday, DSP.
Happy birthday, Phil.
Yay! So
I hope you're having nice sex right now.
I
because-
seen that one coming a mile away. I knew somebody was going to bring that up. But yes,
Hey, he probably
his
is.
birthday was
Yeah.
yesterday on Friday. Good Friday, coincidentally, which is a bit weird, but still Good Friday, of course, the day when Jesus died. So
Oh.
just to bring it up, just to make it really awkward. Still,
Yeah.
well done, Phil.
Be
I
respectful.
know. What? Okay.
Jesus died for your sins, Pete. How dare you?
What age is Phil now? What age did he turn? Nobody heard that.
Nobody heard that.
What age is he now? 29? 28? He's one of those two. Flip, I'm an idiot. He's 29, I think. I don't know. Anyway, yes. Happy 28th or 29th, Phil, whatever one you are. Yeah, we're so bad. Yeah, we're gonna get kicked out of the podcast. We're so bad at this. We haven't even done a research.
No.
Anyway, so this week in the wonderful wacky world of DSP, he was playing some games, including what?
Yakuza Dead
Yes.
Souls. And
The very slow uploading speed and stuff.
yeah, and Blacklight Redemption, was it? Blacklight Redemption.
Retribution.
Yeah, Retribution, yeah.
His first free-to-play game he ever played, and no, Team Fortress 2 doesn't count. That was paid for. He had to pay for that when he played that.
Yes.
Yeah, true.
I know.
True.
So pretty good. Have any of you seen any of the playthroughs, and you have any feelings on them?
Yeah, I have a couple of. Oh, I'm sorry, Steven, you first.
Oh, you go ahead.
Oh, okay,
so kind.
thank you. How about Kyle? Does Kyle have anything to say?
I've only watched like one or two parts for like every so often playthrough.
Okay, so your comment's invalid. Okay. All right, so I'm sorry. So anyway, I have to say, I really enjoyed the Yakuza Dead Souls playthrough. I thought it was something really decent, something new. Although it did copy some stuff from other previous games. And while I was looking at it, I don't know if anyone noticed, but Phil tweeted about there's been Jesus ads on his Dead Souls playthrough, and I think I saw one, and I was really okay. I don't know why there's Jesus ads on a zombie game, but okay, this has got to be a sign of things to come. I don't know. Zombie Jesus on the way.
Sorry. Well, he did come back from the dead.
Oh yeah, that's
Blasphemy.
Yeah, blasphemy. So I'm watching the playthrough, and I really enjoyed it, and I also enjoyed the free to play playthrough of Blacklight. God, I always forget the last
Retribution.
name.
Retribution.
Retribution, yes, Retribution. But I don't know if it was me, but did it feel like it looked like people were getting advantaged against other people? Because when I saw the playthrough, it looked like people were being destroyed very easily. I don't know.
I don't know. I've never played the game before.
Well, actually, I was playing.
It was an open beta for a really long time, and they finally released it as a full release on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm. So I'm guessing they didn't reset people. I did actually have a chance to play the game last night a little bit. I actually did get a look at the cash shop. I did find that there are a few guns available in the game that are paid for only.
Oh, boo. Come on.
Yeah, I know. It's perfect world. What'd you expect? I do not know if they're ridiculously unbalanced or anything, because I didn't get a chance to play the game long and compare the stats to what you can get with guns. I also the stuff that you can get in game, you should probably expect to be playing for a while before you unlock anything permanently. The amount of cash it shows you have to pay for to unlock the gun from the marketplace menu up front, that's only for unlocking the item for one day. To unlock it permanently, it's about 10 times that much.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And I found on average, I get about, at level 2, 1 to 2, I got about 100 credits per match. So it's 20 matches, 21 matches in order to unlock a gun permanently.
Oh, wow.
Alright, cool. Mm-hmm. Do you get to customize your character, or
Yes, you do. You get you have armor, although the armor I saw, it's not a huge variety, but there is a lot of armor. There are some colors you can unlock for your armor and weapons that are you can get in game, but most of them you have to pay for, which is all right in my opinion. It's just cosmetic.
How much? How much exactly?
From the looks of it, roughly $3 for a permanent unlock. The items are rather expensive.
It's a bit.
And for a nice change of pace in a lot of FPS games, you can actually pick a female avatar, which is not all that common.
Oh my.
Nice.
I'm actually surprised it's not more common in first-person shooters, considering there are a lot more girl gamers around these days.
Well, because Activision is sexist, so
I agree.
Now I'm gonna get flamed for that one.
Oh boy.
Gameplay-wise, the game seems to run fine. I have it running on my computer at 60 frames per second almost constantly.
Okay.
There are a few issues with lag if you go in certain rooms, although it might have to do with the fact that the game has such a huge influx of players. Other times, if the game runs perfectly fine, I'm getting roughly 60 to 70 milliseconds in ping. So I say the game's worth checking out. Is it pay to win? It's really too early to tell.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, a quick question. Would you say that it is better than Team Fortress 2? Or is it something that you must buy, or is it just something that, something to ignore?
Is it better than Team Fortress 2? Really depends on what kind of game you're looking for. Team Fortress 2 is, as you know, is a very much team-focused shooter. They're very different games. I'd suggest you check them both out and see for yourself what you think of them.
All right.
If there's any one major complaint I could aim at Blacklight is that it needs more game modes.
Oh,
Right now, it only has deathmatch, team deathmatch, capture points, and King of the Hill.
What do you think they should have? I think that maybe they should have like maybe a capture the leader.
Capture the leader, kill the leader, sort of thing. Maybe an elimination mode where nobody respawns.
Oh yeah, okay.
Team objective would be a really good mode to have.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe something akin to conquest mode in Battlefield. There are a lot of modes I could add. Big team battle modes would be nice.
All right. So
Yeah.
Multi-team battles also another good one, but I could go on and on.
Yeah, funny enough, Chris, Mighty Furtado, the leader of was the leader of the site. He's been putting up a bunch of footage on it, which I think is pretty interesting. I've been checking out some of that as well. It's looking pretty good. I was watching a bit of his live stream as well. So the game actually does look really good for a free-to-play game as well. And funny enough, that was the question that you actually submitted to Ask the King, Monkey, and Phil answered it. So I thought it was pretty cool. But Yakuza Dead Souls, very slow uploading speeds according to Phil this week. Unfortunately, I really wanted to check it out, but I just didn't have time. Like, I was so busy with podcasting stuff that I couldn't get time to check it out. I'll probably check it out after this, but for now, unfortunately.
Yeah, I couldn't see the full playthrough. I had to see a couple parts because I'm in college and I got important things to do, so I can't just watch video games all the time.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So
Kyle.
When in doubt, go to Kyle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I hear the wind. Anyway.
Anyway, so that's pretty much it for DSP. Apart from it was his birthday.
We forgot something.
Yeah, we
What
forgot.
did we forget?
Howard's Dark
No,
Side
I mean that was it for Phil, but we're not finished for the company first.
No, we forgot. We did forget Phil's April Fools.
Oh yeah.
No, I forgot about that because that was
Damn it.
posted the day after the last podcast. So I was like, oh, it's okay. We must have covered it, and I was like, oh, wait a minute, it wasn't even April Fool's whenever we made it. So yeah, I'm such an idiot. Yes, Phil's April Fool's was indeed April 1st. Well, obviously, and it was a very good one.
I got a few things to say about that playthrough.
Shit, go for it.
What the fuck did I just watch? Seriously.
For those who didn't know, Phil played through the infamous Sega CD Make My Video series. And what this was is it's one of those FMV era games, so we all know they're gonna suck. They gave you a set of tools to remix a music video from stock footage. Some of it looks like it was stolen from certain movies and films and TV shows without permission. I think there was Mary Poppins in there somewhere. And then you got graded or something on some scale that we never actually get to freaking see.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fail on their part. I couldn't quite get what was going on. Was he doing anything? Was he really moving the pictures around? Like what was going on?
Oh, and just a warning, don't watch the videos if you have epilepsy.
Oh yeah.
There's actually
You'll definitely get.
I remember seeing a little clip in there of a black guy stabbing a white guy, and it was very racist.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, what the hell?
That was.
I.
So yeah, I'm very
my
sorry.
God.
Thank you for I think it was Monkey that reminded me of that there. Yes. So if you haven't seen it, you're a complete idiot because you don't know anything. You should go check it out.
Go check it out. Go check it out right now.
Go watch it.
The link is below.
Yeah, it is below. Yeah, I'll probably forget. But anyway, Howard, yes, he's been playing Dark Souls this week. And he's actually gotten further than Phil in 2 days, and Phil got a week.
Yeah.
Still.
Yeah, that's what I call someone who is dedicated.
Oh my. So I haven't actually checked it out. So I think it was Captain that was watching it. So if you want to recap us on it.
Okay, so what happened was he was playing the playthrough, right?
Okay.
And so he's doing the same thing that Phil's doing, but he's doing much better. He's listening to his fan base, and he's been having some troubles lately on some occasional bosses, but I could say that he's really enjoying the playthrough. Although there was some parts where were really hilarious, where he got angry at some things. But yeah, I think he's actually going to go through all of it, and I hope he beats the game.
Well,
I hope he doesn't come across the Capricorn guy, because I heard that guy was hard as fuck. That guy is just like hard as fuck, and he will literally destroy you within like a striking distance. So
how many?
Good luck on him.
How many parts has he made so far?
I don't remember. I haven't checked on his webpage yet, but I do recall that maybe he gone to like maybe 59.
Oh my,
60 parts.
pretty good.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So.
Yeah. And then finally, I think John Rambo made the show, of course, whenever they talked about Snozman and Hole Punches. I think, did Snozman and Hole Punch come out this week?
Yeah. Number 3.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, it was like Monday or something.
Sorry?
I think it came out like Monday or
Yeah.
something.
I think it did. And it was. I thought it was a really good episode, as always. John Rambo always has that series has always been good, so I'm not disappointed. Apparently, in the show, they actually made an announcement that they're going to try and make them more frequently and put one out every 2 weeks, which I think would be pretty cool.
Oh, okay. Well, I hope he has the ability to do it, because acting's pretty hard.
Yeah.
nowadays.
Well, not for John.
And yeah. Who doesn't like Rambo? Oh wait, there's one. His name is Revan.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And if you don't know what I'm talking about, is there
yeah.
explain this?
Well, if you want, but I don't know. It's a little secret
Okay,
thing.
so okay. So what happened was, if you don't know, if you're fans watching the show on John Rambo did a little spoiler of the Hunger Games, and Revan was really, really, really attached to the Hunger Games, and then when he heard the show, he got spoiled by it, and he was really pissed off about it, and we will not explain what he said.
Yes.
But he was really upset
Yeah.
about John.
I guess some things just don't deserve to be repeated, but and anyway, so yeah, he did spoil the show, the Hunger Games, unfortunately. But the good news is, yes, Schnozman Hole Punch might be once every 2 weeks, which would be epic, and I hope they get around to it. Unlike Project 7, which is overly delayed. Speaking of which, they released a teaser trailer actually today, and if you just ignore everything, if you go straight to, I think it was the 18-second mark, that's it. Like, you don't have to watch anything else. That'll get you to watch it. Which is a nice little, it was a very good 3-second clip of John Rambo being Rambo, pretty much. Turning, shooting a machine gun. It's pretty good. You should check it out. It was a brilliant part.
That it's gonna be another great episode, I can tell.
Oh yeah, it's definitely gonna be another great episode. Rambo leading the show.
Yeah.
As always.
As always.
So, speaking of which, what are your predictions for Project 7 Episode 3? What are you expecting from it, from what you've seen so far and what you've heard from DSP?
Kyle?
Yeah, so... Well, no, we'll go in alphabetical order like we intended. So, actually, Captain, it'll be you first.
Okay, well, I have to say this. I'm really excited and pumped for this episode. I think it's going to be really hilarious. Rambo is probably going to do something really stupid and funny, as you always, and random. DSP, I think he's going to be a little bit serious, I think. I hope that they show the, I don't know if you guys know this, but do you remember the part where you mentioned about the fire extinguisher blowing up or something?
Yeah, I hope they show that.
I'm hoping they show that in the episode. That'd be really funny. And I just think it's going to be a really good episode with gun blasting and blood and guts and
Howard trying to act seriously, but everyone else is just, really bad. Like, Howard really trying to put in all of his acting classes and just getting thrown away.
Oh, yeah. He sucks. He sucks.
All
So,
right, I guess it's my turn?
Yes.
Alright, well, it's quite obvious that they're going for a very first-person shooter theme with this episode.
Yes.
So I expect a lot of jokes about Call of Duty and Battlefield and Halo and things like that.
Gears.
Yeah.
Gears of War, thank you, forgot about that one. I cannot wait to see this episode. I'm trying to figure out how Phil's going to do any sort of, heavy stunts because of his back.
Yeah.
That I'm going to wonder how they're going to work around on that. It's going to be, of course, John Rambo stealing the show as usual. He always does.
Yeah.
The minute we saw him in the first episode with the pipe and the bathrobe, we knew he was going to be the star of the series. Howard's going to try too hard to act.
Yes.
Yeah, and hopefully it'll be a really funny episode. I'm also curious as to who that guy is that we saw at the end of the guy in the black mask and all that. I'm trying to wonder who's playing him.
I think it's the Respect the Pack guy.
Again.
Might be. Maybe the same guy who played the hobo in the last episode.
Oh no! Actually, some behind-the-scenes scoop on this here. If you will listen to, I think it was the show. I think it was John and Howard took turns in playing that guy. So they kind of like switched around. So maybe they could actually reveal it was a secret character, but in terms of actually him, it was a mix between the two of them. Also, me and Captain were talking about, and there was a guy in the teaser trailer that was shooting a gun, and we thought it looked an awful lot like OJ. Da-na-na.
Oh yeah. Kind of like OJ.
I would love there to be like a Schnozman Hole Punch cameo in it, but I don't. Anywhere in Project 7 would be good.
I'll have to watch the trailer again to see if it was OJ, because let's be honest, it's kind of hard for me to recognize OJ if he's not in his Dan Hibiki suit.
Well, he was wearing like his little cap that he wears.
Yeah, he's wearing his little cap.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see the ponytail though, but yeah, I saw the cap.
We'll find out what will happen then. The reason why we're doing this, by the way, this week rather than next week, because next week, will be the day before it gets released, or the day it does get released. The reason why we're doing it this week is because next week we're going to be occupied with something else, I'll reveal at the end of it. Well, most of you already know about it, but I'll just reveal it at the end. Anyway, my predictions for episode 3, yes, I definitely do think it's going to be a lot more first-person shooter related. I think DSP might want to lay off the jokes a little bit, because, if it's going on Machinima Respawn, and you have a bunch of 12-year-olds that are...
I cannot wait to see the reactions there.
Oh, you made fun of Halo. How dare you?
Oh my gosh, like, where's all the quick scoping and stuff? I think they might... Well, I don't think they might...
Stop teabagging him. No.
Like, it'd be very interesting to see what does happen, because, it does have a bit of curiosity, because you see him, like, tied up and stuff, and then you see him, like, just going gung-ho, all in, like, the same room, no doubt, but, it doesn't matter, we don't need set changes in Project 7, everything can just take place in one room, it's perfectly fine. I do expect it to be a bit of a longer episode, because of all the stuff that's going to be happening, and as for story-wise, I think what they're probably going to be doing now is every single part or every single episode they're going to have a different world, so somehow they're going to escape the first person shooter area, and then maybe in the next world, goodness knows where they're going to end up at, maybe like I've got no idea where the heck like their next world.
I predict a quick prediction. I know I already did my prediction, but my quick prediction is their next world's going to be Super Mario Land.
Maybe, actually.
Maybe. I hope.
I've got a feeling that
I want.
I've got a feeling that one of them's gonna be a Street Fighter one. Like they've got to do a Street Fighter one, judging by like their.
Oh yeah, they gotta do Street Fighter.
They have to.
That'd be so sick.
And I actually think their next world's going to be the role-playing world, which would be interesting for me to see.
That would be funny too. Rambo marries a random chick.
So, Spacey, what are your predictions for Project 7?
Yeah, I'm pretty excited for the next episode. I think they realize that we already know who Darkside Phil and Howard and Rambo are. So I think this next episode is going to showcase what Respect the Pack can do as far as action and all the graphics and stuff like that.
Okay, yeah.
I think so. So, short and sweet, I guess, Spacey. Short and sweet.
Yeah.
Short and sweet.
Short and very sweet.
All right.
Oh, wait. Before we leave, Kyle, what are your predictions on the next episode?
What, episode 4?
Yeah, like, where do you, which world do you think?
Which world do I think they're going?
Yeah.
Knowing them, they're probably going to go into order. Because I just don't think that they can think outside the box like that. But, what the one I want to see is probably the little sword one. I guess it's the stealth,
You think
world, I guess. Yeah, I think that's going to be a stealth world. The one with the knife.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. I think that's a stealth world because the knife doesn't the knife kind of look like the one from Metal Gear Solid?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, so probably gonna do a stealth one too.
You know, one thing
All right.
one thing that I would really like is if Phil made like a thread in the Project something and said recommend me game worlds, and then I might include them. I think that'd be pretty good because then that'd be really good interaction with the fans, and we could actually say, oh, it'd be really cool if they did a stealth world.
Yeah. Maybe they should have done that.
I don't know.
Nope.
They might not.
I know.
But well, it doesn't matter. By the way, here's the list if any of you didn't see it. I don't think. There we go. Okay, sorry about that, everyone. So next up, general gaming. What has been going on in the wacky world of general gaming? Well, definitely, the biggest general gaming news is Mass Effect 3 and its ending DLC, and that was pretty cool. But anyway, I think we might go in reverse alphabetical order here and say what are our thoughts on this here DLC. Like, do you think? All right, to anyone that doesn't know, everyone's really annoyed at Mass Effect 3's ending, as you should be. So, BioWare announced that they're going to be releasing a free DLC to include cutscenes as to like what the heck happened at the end of it. Yes, and well done to BioWare for making it free as well, because Capcom wouldn't have done that. Oh my gosh. Sorry.
No, they wouldn't have done that.
I think we can all speak from personal experience that Capcom wouldn't have done that, but we'll get to that in a second. But yes, so BioWare's making it free, including cutscenes. I think it's a win-win, because, I mean, well, obviously, it could have made the ending better to begin with, but, I mean, at the same time, you know, it's good that they made it free, and it's good that they're actually listening to the fans in this regard, and that's pretty much my thoughts on it. So, Spacey, what are your thoughts on the whole matter?
Yeah, I think it's good that they're doing this. I mean, the ending was kind of weak, for me at least. The time and amount I invested in Mass Effect. So I'm glad that they're finally going to do this. I heard some fans say that they wanted interactive cutscenes, which I don't know if they're going to be doing that or not, but it'd be nice to have that included as well.
Yeah, I doubt they're going to do that.
Yeah, because when you have to like call back all the actors, do like all the voices, and yeah.
So either one of you two, if you want to go ahead.
Steve. All right. Well, from what I heard, they had originally planned to make this, you know, a paid DLC. I'm not sure if that's just rumor and speculation.
Oh God, no, don't jinx it, Steven.
But I'm glad they're going to be releasing it for free. I'm still kind of surprised they didn't do a better job with the ending to begin with. I mean, you know, it's BioWare. These are the guys who created, you know, Dragon Age and Neverwinter Nights and Baldur's Gate. You know, you'd expect quality from these guys.
Too.
Yeah, but Steven, they gone corporate, so you know.
Yeah, which is a damn shame because they were at one point were a really good company, just like Blizzard. And
just like Blizzard.
It's it's a shame they have to do this to begin with. They should have included a decent ending to begin with. God damn it. I'm surprised the endings, you know, weren't more dynamic instead of just, you know, choose your freaking ending at the end. So it kind of made all of what you'd done to that point feel a little pointless. You know what I mean? It still sucks that the other alien races get screwed either way with the current endings are. You know, we'll see what they change. I really haven't had a chance to play Mass Effect beyond the first one. I might get the second and third ones to continue the story. That's really all I have to say about that particular topic.
All right. Well, what I think personally, like I haven't played the Mass Effect games, but I've been watching Phil's playthrough from start to finish, from the very first one to like all the way to number 3, and I wasted all my hours just to find out, okay, what happens? You know, is this gonna live or who's gonna die? You know, I was like really pumped up and excited. But yeah, I have to agree with like Kyle and Steven. The ending was very sour, and Phil's decision to go into the middle was good, but I wanted to know like what happened to the other races, like what happened to those what do you call those 4-legged guys that have no mouths? I forgot what they're called. I want to know what happened to their planet. I wanted to know what happened to the lovers, the gay people, all the other people. Now, as Steven said, I hope that it's not paid. I hope it's free. because if it's, for buying, they're gonna lose a lot of fan base like Capcom has, and shout out to Capcom, if this is free, you should look into this and say, if we want to get our fans back, maybe we should make some of our DLC free and not fuck our fans, because I was a fan of yours from the beginning, and now you just want to do this shit. I don't know.
Didn't Capcom say they didn't believe in DLC?
Oh wow!
Yeah,
What?
yeah. Didn't they say that? Yeah, didn't they say that?
They don't believe in DLC, but they believe in just making the same game but adding a couple of stuff into it, which they're very good at this point. So.
Oh wait, I'm not.
Oh, he's not finished. Oh, he is not finished.
Yeah, I have a few things to say. And another thing, how could BioWare screw up the ending like very badly? Like maybe they. I think they.
Like you'd think that they would say, like if they looked over the ending, they would you'd think they would kind of. Do you not think this is a bit bare? But then people would be like, oh no, it's perfectly fine, and then.
Oh, what I think what happened was they choked. I think they choked. I think they panicked. I think they said, "Oh shit, maybe we won't get them a good ending. We're gonna get like backlash," and said, "Okay, just give them a decent ending. Give them like choices. Not just one ending. Like give them choices." And they didn't think that people would be furious with like those 3 choices. So now they have to make another free DLC to appease the whiner 12-year-olds. Complaining about it.
Well, the thing is, the 3 choices were so similar. Like, no matter what you chose, the same outcome is going to happen.
Yeah, I agree with that. So, what do I think? I think that they should make this free. I hope it's good. I will see the video of it on DSP's channel. And if it turns out to be cost-worthy, I'm gonna send a giant flame of shit on front their door.
Here's a point that none of us have ever considered. What if they do the DLC, but it's still bad? Like, it still doesn't explain anything. It's just a bunch of like random cutscenes of like Shepard dancing or something.
Oh god!
Then they just shot themselves in the foot with that.
Yeah.
They just shot themselves in the foot.
I would be so happy if they actually made you pay for it. Whenever you paid for it, like at the end of the cutscenes, like during the credits, it just showed like Shepard like dancing like trollolololololololol, like that. That's it. That's the whole ending.
That would be funny though.
I don't think people would be angry with many more. Well, they probably would, but they wouldn't be angry for a good minute, and they'd be like, "Hey, wait a minute, I paid money for this," and then they'd like flip out on them. But is that pretty much it out of our systems? Mass Effect 3 over and done with. You think?
Actually, there is another DLC that they're going to come out with on April 10.
Oh yeah.
The Resurgence Pack.
Yeah, it's multiplayer, right?
Yeah, it's 2 new maps, some new weapons, and some new characters.
But no one's gonna play that.
Probably not.
Nope.
Oh.
Congratulations, BioWare.
So,
but the DLC is free, so
yeah,
there's
it's free.
They made like all the DLC free except the day 1 DLC. We won't talk about that. That's a waste. Let's not beat a dead horse now. What else is happening in gaming news? I've forgotten.
We had you posted like Bungie stopped recording Halo stats.
I think Spacey was the one that brought this up. So if you want to, explain it for me.
So Bungie.net, ever since the Halo 2, they've been recording Halo stats, matchmaking, all that stuff. And I think April 1st, they finally handed it over to 343 Studios and their Halo Waypoint thing.
So what does that mean for like general Halo players?
Not much of a difference. I mean, stats are still going to be recorded if you want to take a look on the Halo Waypoint app or website that they have. It just means that Bungie is no longer a part of it at all.
Oh my! So
it's like there's going
to be a lot of like pissed off 6-year-olds.
I don't even think they know.
Well, that is
they know who made the
Halo
game.
sucks, and probably, was Halo It's coming out this year, and it's being made by a completely like Spacey said, it's being made by a completely different country. It's being made by a completely different company now. So like Bungie's gonna have no say in it. Well, I think they might have like a say in it from like previously, but I think now it's kind of in their hands. But I'm pretty interested to see where Halo was gonna go from here. I don't know. I think they said they were gonna
go down the toilet.
You think?
Well, it's supposed to be a whole new story, essentially. It's the same character with Master Chief.
Yeah, but like, come on. I mean, the Covenant's gone, and then they said. Now I said this before 100 times to my friends about this. We discussed about Halo 4, and my friend's like a huge nerd on Halo, and I said like, listen, dude. They said on the third one it says like finish the fight, and now they make a fourth one. What's the fucking point? If the fight's finished and Master Chief's supposed to die, why would they bring up 3 more sequels? Another sequel. It makes no sense. Like, who's the enemy? Like those spider things? Like, it makes no sense. Now I could be totally wrong here, and there could be like 1,000 comments saying, "Oh, you don't know nothing, CaptainFireworks." But I hate Halo. I played Halo 2 and 3. I liked them. I liked them, but story-wise, it just sounds like I'm watching The Sopranos all over again.
So, pretty.
All right.
Anyway.
All right. What do I think they're gonna do with Halo 4? Well, first of all, has Street 3 Industries ever done any games up before this?
Yeah.
I think they did the ODST, I think.
ODST, and
Halo Wars.
God.
And Halo Wars.
Oh no! I said that as a joke. No. Oh.
And Halo Recon, was it? No.
Halo Reach was done by Bungie.
Oh yeah, Halo Reach.
Well,
yeah.
Well,
so they made the shitty Halos.
What's like third-person MMO or something? Like, it's gonna be so different.
Nah, fuck that.
Well, that's not exactly a confidence-boosting track record. Although I heard that Halo Wars wasn't all that bad. Might have been wrong.
No, it's not bad. It's actually pretty good. It's actually quite popular. I think they should stick with that as a separate people to work on the RTS of Halo. My brother actually has that for the Xbox 360. We played it for a while, and it's really good. It's got some good strategy, a lot of like graphics and stuff. But after when you're done, there's not much replayability except for multiplayer. But not many people play it online usually, So
yeah. But I have the same question as you do about Halo 4. Who is Master Chief gonna fight now? The Covenant's, peace has been made with the Covenant. The Flood is destroyed. The fight's over.
Yeah.
Are they gonna have to? Is there a race in Halo lore in the books maybe somewhere that we don't know about?
Or Master Chief gets betrayed. Yes.
That could happen, although I don't see how that's going to happen considering he's floating off in space somewhere, way the hell away from any sort of, from human patrol, from where the humans are, or the Covenant, as far as I know.
Oh man, the government found him and they captured him.
Yeah,
they're
gonna pull something.
Are they? Are they gonna have to come up with an entire new alien race for him to fight?
Maybe.
Or maybe they find a reason for him to fight the Covenant again, and how the hell they're gonna work that out? I have no idea.
It's the oh fuck, what are they called? It's the Geth. The Geth have come to capture Master Chief.
Yeah, so story-wise, not that really that Halo's story has ever been anything special ever, but it still leaves in questions like, how are they going to work another game considering that all the problems of the previous games have all been resolved?
Mm-hmm.
I suspect as long as, they don't screw up too terribly, the multiplayer is going to be excellent, as usual, and it's going to be fun to play with all those screaming, annoying-ass 12-year-olds.
Yeah. As usual.
Why did you kill me?
Why? I'm almost ranked up. Why'd you kill me?
No, I'm just really annoyed and they're still resurrecting from Halo. Like, couldn't they have just ended at Halo Reach and be like, okay, that's it. We're not gonna make another Halo game.
No.
Like,
No, Pete. No, Pdaaaawg. They should have ended it, like I said, in number 3. And that, because they advertised it back in 2009, the end the fight. That's it. But they make another film.
Well, but the game makes them too much money to give up on. Screw artistic.
Steven, make another fucking game. Make a new IP, for God's sake.
Yeah, I wish.
I could. If Bungie made a game about a dog, like taking a journey across the land, far and wide, I'll play it. Make something new, for God's sakes. Don't.
Or bring back a franchise you haven't looked at in a while, like Marathon, which for most people out there, which like 90% of them don't know, is like the spiritual predecessor to Halo.
Is it? I never.
Yeah.
I gotta check that out. Oh, interesting.
The game introduced the idea of skulls and all that. It all started there, and they should probably bring that series back.
Yeah. So that was an interesting kind of off-topic thing, but it's alright, no bother. We let it rock. So anyway, what has been going on in I guess the final. Well, I always say that I guess the final, but I'm always missing out on something. But what I think is the final thing for general gaming is the Journey is now the, if I can remember this, fastest selling US PSN game of all time. I think I got that right. And
yeah.
I've never played Journey because I didn't have a PS3. But have any of you played Journey or seen it?
I've never heard of it.
I never even heard of it,
Right.
so I don't have much to add to this conversation.
Well, I haven't played it, but I could say this: the visuals look great. I think that I played maybe a demo a long time ago when I was in Comic-Con, not too back. It's something interesting. But by visual standards, it looks really great. It kind of reminded me a lot of that Xbox Live Arcade game called what are those things? What do you play as God or something like that?
Flip. Flip. What was it called?
Yeah, what was it called?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but hopefully you guys that are listening to this can write it down in the comments. If you actually,
I'm so ashamed.
Was it Dust?
Oh yeah, From Dust.
From Dust, yeah. Kind of remind me of From Dust, where you have to control this little nomad guy around the area, trying to take his journey, and yeah.
So pretty interesting. So we have nothing to add to the conversation, but it doesn't matter. We're perfectly fine with it. So,
go buy it.
Yeah.
Go buy the game. Don't
was,
go buy the game. It got great reviews. Just go buy it.
It was the fastest.
$15 down your toilet.
It was I forgot to say it was the fastest selling PSN US arcade game. It's not a retail release. I think I accidentally didn't mention it was an arcade game, but yes, well done to that there. So I guess is that about it for general gaming news? I know I forgot. Oh no, I forgot. Red Dead Rebellion and Bully 2 are rumored to be in the works.
Oh boy!
Forget that. So.
Oh my god. Oh my
sequel
god.
to Bully and a sequel to Red Dead Rebellion or Redemption.
Pete, you're not bullshitting.
Nope. Look in the news section, and the very, very special thanks to Solid Fantasy for putting up in the general section about that. Good job. A good find. Red Dead Rebellion and Bully 2 is possibly confirmed by Rockstar. However, they're already making GTA 5 and Max Payne 3, so it's a bit. I don't know what the heck is going on with them. They can't be making 4 games at once. I don't think they're not like Valve where they release a good.
Dude, Rockstar's got extra companies, man. They got Rockstar San Diego. They got Rockstar Macaron or whatever it's called. They got Rockstar LA. They got Rockstar Shanghai. They got a lot of areas.
I think I have as many Rockstar corporate offices as there are Starbucks. Jesus.
But I'm very happy I was able to find that before we had to end the topic. But still,
I will buy Bully 2 instantly. I fucking love that game so much. Man.
I guess we could talk about predictions for them whenever we get more detail. Even if we know of their confirmed, because we don't even know they're confirmed, but this is possibly confirmed. But it would be really good if we could get confirmed as both of those series. I've played both of them. They're both really good, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So, it'd be very. I wouldn't mind another installment of those games, especially Red Dead.
I wouldn't mind either. I loved Red Dead. I loved Bully.
How would they have Red Dead keep going though? I mean, the story ended kind of like
They're probably gonna go to like a different cowboy or something.
Yeah, new character, new story.
Yeah.
It could go with his son, but I mean,
yeah,
I'm not entirely sure how.
Well, yeah, it wouldn't make sense though,
because
this was set during 1911, and that was, during
pretty much the final days of the Wild West. Yeah.
Yeah, final days of the Wild West, because everyone was getting modernized, and World War I was around the loom, and California was getting modern. Most of the West were getting modern. No one was riding horses now. Everyone was like mostly riding like carriages or buggies. So yeah, it's the turn of the 20th century. Now, what you just said about Red Dead Rebellion, maybe it might be set in the Civil War, maybe.
Well, think of the name in it, because remember, Redemption was about John Marston getting redemption, and Rebellion, could that? Yeah, the title of the game could mean like what could be in the game itself. So Red Dead Rebellion.
Maybe
I don't know.
Maybe the American-Mexican War.
Wait, but didn't Marston already finish it in one day?
Yeah, that's true.
I will have to add this comment. Please, Rockstar, for the love of God, do not screw up Red Dead Rebellion's netcode this time.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure there are plenty of people listening who, like me, got the Red Dead Redemption's infamous return to free roam loading screen of death bug up until very recently, where I think they finally got around to fixing it like 2 years after the game's release.
Yeah, I was there, Steven. I was pissed off.
So I reiterate, Rockstar, do not fuck up the netcode this time.
Yeah, Rockstar, and don't fuck up Max Payne's netcode either. I'm buying that game. Don't fuck it up.
Well, after the trailer, they better not let them ruin it. But
I hope not.
So leading quite well into that, we could be playing those new games on a future console, which brings us to our big topic. Oh, the future of consoles. Now, this has been talked about for quite a while. There've been quite a number of like threads about what could possibly be happening. For example, like what could be happening with like the future Xboxes, the future PS3s. An interesting thing that nobody's brought up is what would they be called? PS3 can obviously be called the PS4, but 360, everyone's saying 720, which would be pretty funny if they did actually name it an Xbox 720.
Who wants to start?
I want Kyle to start.
Well, I heard a rumor that they're not even going to come out with a new Xbox. It's going to be an Xbox Lite, which is pretty much it's just going to play arcade games and use the apps that they already have and future apps that they're going to use, like ESPN and HBO and all that stuff.
Well, that sucks.
Fuck that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, screw that. And didn't they already come out with an Xbox 360 arcade model like right when this console first came out or something?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
I don't think so, no.
Yeah. It was called Xbox Arcade. It was like that green box where you like had like it was a green box, just completely green. It wasn't white, and with it came like I think a couple of arcade games. It didn't have like that huge. It didn't come with like the huge a memory thing attached to it, and all it was just like the Xbox, but and were just arcade games, so you could just play arcade with the kids and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So-
well, I guess this is supposed to be something similar to that.
Well, I
Wait,
hope not. I hope not.
Yeah, but I guess they're going to be adding the on-demand games, so you can download, like current titles and stuff like that.
There we go.
You corporate bastards.
But if they were to make a new like Xbox console, there was that rumor where they're not going to use discs. They're going to be using the flip. What do you call it? The little like things.
What chips?
Yeah, like the chip things. I think they're going to be using instead.
I don't know, man. Because if you think about it, if you give a chip to a kid,
Yeah.
he's probably gonna eat it
Yes.
or he's gonna break it.
Yeah, something like that.
So Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that they're gonna put a Blu-ray drive in the next Xbox.
Oh, that'd be good. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
That would make sense considering, I'm surprised they haven't added support for that already in the 360 because let's face it, HD DVD lost the format war big time.
Yeah.
I'm just throwing out a few like random questions here. Another random question is: do you think if they were to make another PS3, do you think they would make you pay for the online after what happened last year with
They will. They'll definitely will because I think what happens is in the next PlayStation console, which probably we won't see for a while because they're all advertising for that shitty little handheld they have.
Mm-hmm.
But in the next console, what I think is they're trying to they didn't expect someone to hack their executed PlayStation 3, and they got a lot of heat from that. So what I'm thinking is the next console they're gonna make you pay for it, but not as expensive as the 360, more like a cheaper price maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a good plan because that way it can keep it protected from assholes who wanted to steal people's money. Luckily, my dad's account was saved because I told him before it happened.
Yeah.
So, and my PS3 broke, so I was safe there. But yeah, I think that they're gonna probably put it at a cheaper price. I think the next Sony console will be fatter, more bigger. It will have It will have less memory. It will be overheated. And they will have shitty games coming out like stupid shit like
Mario.
an Uncharted Origins that the controls are shitty, some RPG titles, and maybe a Resistance Origins game set in 1911 in Russia.
Do you think that there's going to be backwards compatibility though?
Maybe.
Halfway through the PS3's lifespan, they kind of dropped the backwards compatibility. With that.
Maybe. I think they might keep some of the same stuff, like the store, the online thing.
No, I mean, being able to play games that you already own for previous consoles.
Oh, that.
Yeah, do you think they'll drop that?
They'll drop that. I definitely think they'll drop that. Maybe. I mean, let's face it. They're not gonna try hard on anything. They're just gonna make it a big fat turd and make it look beautiful, so that dumb fat asses can buy it, so they can look at the nice neat consoles and become zombies and just play it. Now.
And.
Yes, David.
I was about to say, don't forget the price point.
Oh yeah,
$599.
Yeah,
$599.
$599. Come buy this big fat piece of shit.
come on, Captain, you gotta be a bit. Come on, Captain. Tell us your true feelings on the PS3. You're not being truthful enough. But
okay.
I think he loves it.
Yeah.
I'll be truthful enough.
You're a PS fanboy.
Well, no, I'm not a PS fanboy. What are you talking about? Pete? I'm not a PS fanboy. I mean, sure, yeah, I bought the console, but it easily broke down. I had it for a few years, was really excited for it, then it just broke down. Now I'm into the Xbox 360.
Woo!
And how many times has that broken down on you?
360? Never.
Yeah. Wow.
Same here.
I've had mine break down 2 times, and my PlayStation hasn't broken down once.
Well, I guess we have opposite feelings on that.
Is it weird
Yeah.
that my brother and my dad's PS3 broke on the same day?
That is weird.
That is
But
weird.
my brother lives in England though, and my dad lives in Ireland, obviously. So
And how does he feel about that?
he's probably gonna get a 360. So joining the 360 army, of course,
Yeah.
Join the winning team.
Yeah, the winning team.
Actually, an interesting thing is relating to the PSN's online. Do you think they're gonna improve online features in it drastically, or do you think they're just gonna tweak it here and there?
They might tweak it. I think they might tweak it a little bit. Maybe keep the same thing. Maybe make it a little bit flashy. Maybe spectacle. Twinkle twinkle little star. Bullshit.
If they're gonna pay us, if
they say that we have to pay to be on the
they better make it just like Xbox Live.
Yeah, they better make it just like Xbox Live, easier and simple.
What do I think they're gonna do? Oh, sorry.
Oh no, I'm done, Steven.
All right. Well, the first question that comes to mind. This is gonna apply to both the 360, the PS3, and the Wii U. Is what are they going to do about all their online-only games and their on-demand stuff? They're going to have to make sure that the new systems are backwards compatible with all that, or all that stuff that they've had digitally is going to be completely useless. So that's a big problem. As far as PSN goes in the future, they're going to have to improve Second Life. PlayStation Home to make it worth using.
Yeah.
They're gonna have to do something about the hacking problems. I was actually very shocked to find out that all their information wasn't encrypted. I mean, that's just security 101. You'd think they'd have done something like that. And the PR nightmare when they didn't tell anyone until it was too late.
Yeah.
Let's see. Now, what kind of disc format has been rumored they're going to use? They said anything about that yet?
I don't think so.
No, nothing yet. They just said rumors. But like I said on my rant, it's going to be a shiny piece of shit. So.
Yeah.
There's rumors that they're going to use the Blu-ray XL, which is I guess it's the Blu-ray drive that's one up from the one they already have.
3D, yeah.
Oh, yeah. We're gonna implement 3D glasses.
So you can look like a retard while you're playing games.
Yeah.
3D is a freaking fad. No one's wanted it. No one's ever going to want it.
Yeah.
Back on topic. The PS4. I mean. I wouldn't be surprised if they're gonna use a new disc format. I am curious how they're gonna do the games on demand, because the file sizes of some of these games are gonna start getting huge, because didn't Metal Gear Solid take up the entire disc when Metal Gear Solid 4 when they made that? It's like almost all 50 gigs.
I think it. Yeah. I think it did. No, it was very long when I had to download it when I first bought it.
So they're.
Yeah, go ahead.
I suspect they're going to need to add a decent freaking hard drive to the system this time, because 20 gigs, 40 gigs, that's not much.
Yeah, but they're not going to do it.
Yeah, they're not, because it's Sony, and we know best.
We know best. It's too much work. We'll do it the easy way.
That's all I have to say about Sony. Let's go on to something a bit more interesting. The Wii U. That's something I wanted to talk about.
Yeah, let's talk about this.
Now, the current rumors going around is that Nintendo is spouting that the Wii U is going to be as powerful as current-gen consoles.
Bullshit.
Yeah, first of all, bullshit. Second of all, even if that's true, that's all fine and dandy, but the next Xbox is just around the corner.
Yeah.
So, that could be a problem real quick, and I do not see how that big-ass tablet controller is going to be comfortable in your hands, first of all. And second, I bet it's going to be really fragile.
Yeah.
I mean, you can imagine this. Nintendo is really associated with, as a kid's brand. So you're going to have a lot of kids with these giant-ass tablets, and they're going to break them.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to be expensive to replace. I can guarantee you that.
Yeah.
And the lineup for launch titles for the Wii U that they've shown, like Assassin's Creed, it's games we already have for other systems.
Yeah.
No one's going to go out and buy a Wii U just for that. The only thing...
Except for Darksiders 2.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe. Unfortunately, and I really think the Wii U is going to fail unless they find something... the gimmick era is over. They're not going to be able to get away with another gimmick-like system like they did with the Wii. They already used up the casual audience. It's done is done. And Nintendo learned that lesson the hard way when they realized, their sales of the Wii plummeted after a short while. I think Nintendo needs to get off its ass.
Yeah.
Needs to learn how to make a decent system with good hardware, not just something durable. They need to learn to start appealing to the core gamer again.
Mm-hmm.
They need to have decent online play and get rid of this friend code bullshit.
Yeah. Yes.
And really, that's all they need. They need to catch up with the times, basically.
Yeah.
This isn't the 16-bit era anymore. You're not king of the world anymore, Nintendo. It's time to step up your game.
Yeah, but I would like to see them make like a proper Nintendo game console for the hardcore audience. I think that there would be a serious contender against Xbox and PS3 and the Steam box. We'll get to that. Don't you worry. We'll get.
Oh, they could easily be a good competitor against the hardcore. It's just that they choose to focus on gimmicks, like a stupid ass controller.
Motion control, 3D motion control. Yes, combine the two of them.
Yeah.
Even though the 3D makes you go blind after 30 minutes, and the motion controls barely work in most games.
And you could kill kids with epilepsy.
Kill kids with epilepsy, and you can throw the remote control through your TV and destroy it.
Yeah. Well, but I will say this. Though. I like how it does this gimmick where, like, for example, you're playing the game, right, on this big tablet. And let's say, for example, your dad wants to watch ESPN, right?
Oh, boy.
You can just automatically just turn on, switch the channel, flip like this little switch that I saw, and you can play the game on top of your tablet.
I do have to admit that is a really cool feature. That is. And that was really well planned. Will it make a big difference? I don't know. One other question I have for the Wii U. Let's all start taking bets on how long it's going to take for those guys at Team Tweezers to hack the system.
Oh, yeah, they're gonna hack it.
What I want to know is how many batteries is that thing gonna take?
Definitely.
Oh God.
Oh yeah.
Let's hope to God it comes with a rechargeable. Let's hope.
No, it's not going to come with a rechargeable. I could be wrong, but I doubt that's going to come with a rechargeable because I think I saw like the back of it. It looked like there was a battery cartridge case in the back of the thing, so I could be wrong. But I think that the batteries that could take up this thing probably around
Battery?
Maybe yeah, a car battery. I think around maybe 5 AA batteries, or maybe 2 of those. What do you call those?
D batteries.
Yeah. 2 of those D batteries. 2 of those T batteries. But yeah, I think. I'm sorry, Steven. Were you done with your conversation?
I really don't have much to say about the new Xbox, really, aside from the whole, the fact that they're not going to use discs anymore. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's just a rumor. I don't really see it happening. And of course, there's the same issues with the PS4, is that it's going to have backwards compatibility with all its arcade games and the previous, One thing that does concern me, I'm wondering if they're going to turn off Xbox Live for the original Xbox game, for the Xbox 360 games at some point, like they did with the original Xbox.
Yeah. That is a problem. Because, what if people still want to stay on the Xbox 360, but also want to go on the 720? But mostly, like, all of them go on the 720, but most of the majority go to the 360. And they have to shut down the 360 online so that people can go on 720. That could piss off a lot of people.
Yeah.
Like it did with the original Xbox.
Yeah.
I actually heard a story where there were a bunch of people who played Halo 2 and just tried to keep the server going for as long as possible, even after they tried to cut off the live service.
Wow.
You didn't hear? Yeah, I heard about that. And, of course, I guarantee you by now that that's done and gone.
So back to the topic on the Wii U. I think that I 100% agree with what Steven said about, like, what it looks like. Nintendo needs to get their game up. They need to get their game up, and they need to, like, hit on this hard because the next 360 console is going to come out soon. Now, I'm kind of confident in their library of games for one reason, though. For one reason. There's one game coming out for it, which I'm totally excited for. Super Smash Brothers. It's coming out.
Oh yeah.
It's coming out for the Wii U. I don't know how they're gonna do it. They announced it. They know they were gonna get their ass kicked at E3, so they had to announce like Super Smash Brothers coming to the Wii U. If it looks good and compatible and easy to control, I'll buy it. I don't care what anyone says, I'll buy it just for Super Smash Brothers. If there's
here.
If there's online play with it and it's good,
unlike a certain Smash Brothers game we could mention.
Yeah, unlike a certain Smash Brothers we can mention, then that's great, and your sales will go up tremendously against the 360. If you have a quality online that works for Super Smash Brothers, no lag, you can do this, Nintendo. Don't fuck this up. And that's all I gotta say. Kyle?
So going back to the next Xbox and PS4.
Okay.
So I really don't have anything to say about the Wii. There's rumors that they're going to be built-in Connect.
What?
Do you think? Yeah. Do you think?
Oh
price
God.
Yeah, they're gonna.
No.
They are gonna bulk up the price. We know that. Like it's gonna be, they're gonna connect, so you know we're gonna charge you more. And like, so stupid. Like we don't want Connect. How many times do we have to say it to Microsoft? We do not want Connect, but they're still gonna.
But Pete, the kids, man. It's all
Think
about
the children, man. No,
Yeah.
no, I don't care for the children. I don't care about the children and their motion controls. If they want to play motion controls, they can go buy a Wii. That. I'm happy with this. I do not care. I care not for Connect. That's why I have to flip my sentences around. I care not for Connect. And if they do a built-in one and bulk it up by a good flipping £50 or $80, I think it is over there, I will not be happy. And I am going to openly say that because I am flipping angry.
Good for you.
Yes.
Good for you.
Now, if the Xbox has a built-in Connect, do you think
No.
the PS4 will have built-in?
No. Shut up. No.
Screw PS Move, screw the iToy. Motion controls have never worked, and they never will work.
Yes.
We don't want them.
No.
Stop it.
Stop.
Forget about all this here. Bring back SingStar. That's what we all want. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Come on, I want. I've already danced to Han Solo. I want to sing it now. I mean, come on. Yeah, that's another thing we forgot. That's another thing we forgot to mention. Star Wars: The Kinect game has dancing sequences.
Oh,
that's about all we have to say. I'm not going to add anything to that. Just check out the video. They're not good. They're not pretty.
Oh my god.
So I guess
I haven't seen any videos. How bad is it?
It's fucking terrible.
Oh boy.
I guess the final console we can talk about is the supposedly rumored Valve Steam box, which is going to be which can play Steam games through your computer, so you can just it'll work the same as Steam, only it's a console. If they do this, I will flip out. I will actually wait there and buy it on day one because I am a Valve fanboy. I won't deny it. I flippin' love Valve, and if they do make a console, I'll be the first one at the door to flippin' pay for it.
Well, I hate to burst your bubble there, Pete, but I just I found out a week ago that it was just rumors. I don't think that Gabe Newell's gonna do it.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah, I don't see
ladies and
this
gentlemen,
happening. I mean,
we have come
can't
to the end of the podcast. This is it. We're not gonna make any more podcasts. No, not really.
yeah,
No.
I don't see this happening. I mean, they can't even come out with Team Fortress 2 or a Counter-Strike, a sequel to Counter-Strike or any sequel really. I mean,
remember, Valve cannot count to 3.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
What?
Yeah,
What is
they
it?
can't count to 3. I don't know if they can make a system.
Yeah, Gabe Newell, he's a lazy son of a bitch. He can't even count to 3. He won't listen to his fans. I hope he's listening to this because I'm really serious. I want to know what happens after
Half-Life.
Half-Life.
Don't spoil
I
it.
wanna know
Don't
what
spoil it.
happens.
Don't spoil episode 2 in case nobody's played it. But we want to see what happens after this happened. After the big shocker of episode 2 happens.
Exactly.
We want to see what's going on and give Newey a bit of an answer. So that's, I think. Have we ranted on and laughed and cried at the console? Oh,
Just one more thing on the Wii U.
No.
One more
thing on the Wii U. There's a rumored release date that it's coming out November 18. of this year.
Oh boy.
What games are coming out with
Black
it?
Ops 2 will be a
I have no
release.
clue.
Will be a releasing title for it. Yeah, if you buy the Wii,
Call of Duty Wii version.
if you're trying
Oh yes, because Call of Duty wasn't bad enough to begin with. Now you get to play it with shitty motion controls.
Oh my god.
Oh, well, there it is. The future of consoles according to the King of Hit podcasters. That was a pretty interesting thing, the way. So, yeah, so
PC Master Race.
Yeah, and PC won't change at all. PC's going to be like the same thing over and over. PC's still dependable, I think. Like, it's still going to be dependable in a year's time. Anyway.
Yeah.
So, any final thoughts on the future of consoles?
All right. Here's what I quickly think. So because I want to hear their opinions. Here's what I quickly think. PS4, 2014.
Okay.
Xbox 720, 2013. The Wii U gonna come out this year. It's gonna have shitty sales when it comes out in November. If Kyle says it's true. And later on it'll probably pull an elephant out of the hat and have something amazing that everyone's gonna buy. And when the 720 comes out, they're gonna have something new. It's probably gonna have Kinect style, unfortunately. And I don't know. But they might have something under the hat, maybe a new IP. PS4, okay, we'll see what happens if we live that long.
Yeah, true.
That's all I can say.
I pretty much agree with you on the majority of those points. And I do agree that fucking Kinect, they're going to shove Kinect down our throat, I know that. The Wii U, I'm not interested in. I'm probably not going to buy it, because, who cares. But Xbox 720 I'll probably buy.
Except for Super Smash Bros.
Just, illegally buy it on the PC and play it there. Something. There you go. It works. Oh well, doesn't matter. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I agree if you know love that or anyway. Anyone have anything to add?
No, I've said my piece.
Yeah.
So is that about it? So so moving on to what has been going on in real life. Well, one thing that's been going on, just to completely interrupt everyone and speak for myself here. Kony 2012 have released a new video. Kony 2012 Part 2, but I mean at this point nobody can really take him seriously after what happened with Jason Russell, in which he was caught fabricating in public, and
I saw that. It was really disturbing.
Yeah.
I still have friends who are still brainwashed by oh no, Kyle dropped.
Oh my
shit.
No.
No, Kyle.
Spacey would leave and he'd come back on. Sometimes he disconnects, but he lasted a good while. But if he does come back on, I'll invite him back. But anyway, as we were saying, yes.
Okay, so as I was saying, I heard about this, and I was at first when I first saw this thing, I didn't know what it was, but when I looked into it, I was like really shocked by how this guy.
Oh, there we go. Yep.
Kyle's back. Hey, Kyle.
Hi, Kyle.
Hey, Kyle.
Kyle's dead.
No.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Anyway,
so as I was saying, yeah.
Can I have your stuff?
No.
So I saw this guy, and it was really interesting how this evil man would go and hurt these kids, and I was really shocked, and I wanted to support this. But then when I heard other side of the stories, and now this is the truth, okay, kids? If you're watching this or hearing this, this is the truth, okay? The guy is a liar. Okay, he's a liar. He's a liar. He lied about it from the start. If he was really truthful to what he says, why would he masturbate in public?
Yes.
Why would he do these terrible things? Why? To steal your money. It's all fake. Yes, the guy is real. He's still out there, but he's a minor threat. And yes, he does that. But listen, the truth of the matter is, you don't care. If you really did care, you would do something about it. But you don't. And I'm going to say this further. They don't care. Now, I'll probably do something about this. This is a tragic event. But let's face it, the world doesn't care. And I'm sorry to say this. Now, if there was a real person who was doing this seriously and was really responsible, like this priest who's in there's this priest who's right there to this day in Darfur, who's trying to give kids like a shelter and a church. You know, that's a hero. Not this guy who's masturbating in public. That's a hero you should respect. You can also.
I hope to God he wasn't thinking about the children when he was masturbating.
Oh.
No.
I had to say it.
Come on, Steve. That's just fucked up. But yeah, you know, this Kony thing, it's something to look at as, you know, you have to use your head on these kinds of things because anyone will post something to get money. And the guy, he got away with like stealing a lot of people's money. And he's trying to brainwash people again to like respond to this and to give him cash. And, you know, shame on him for doing that. Shame on him. And I hope God help me, but, you know, shame on him for saying this and using these kids as a way for him to get money. You know, just shame on him. That's all I have to say.
This Kony 2012 thing. I heard about it a bit late. Yeah, just like you, I was first shocked and surprised, and then I did a little looking into it, and I realized that this organization called Invisible Children didn't have a very good reputation. You know, this was before the whole masturbating in public incident. You know, that they had been known to associate. You know, they're very militaristic in their way of approaching how to take out this Ugandan dictator, which is probably the wrong way to go.
No, he's a rebel, Stephen.
Or this rebel, terrorist, whatever you want to call him. You know, this group supports direct military action, and anyone to have a brain realize that's probably not the best way to go, because if you're trying to save these children, you don't want to have to be, you don't want to, shoot at them.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not gonna help. And plus, they support the Ugandan military, which it itself has been accused of, horrible war crimes, rape and torture and all that, as well as some liberation army, the LRA, I think it was called.
Yeah.
I think so.
That they also support, that have also been accused of those crimes. So, it's. I don't really like the method they were trying to use to catch this guy. And plus, they've had, they only donate a very small portion of their actual earnings to the cause. The rest of it goes to salaries and filmmaking.
Yeah, like that cartoon that was posted on YouTube the other day. You see this black man? Ah!
Is that the bad guy from the Star Wars?
God damn it!
That's a really good impression, actually, from both of you. That's really good. Well, unfortunately, we're kind of running. Well, I say we're running out of time, but we've kind of hit the mark where we would kind of end up, but we're going to go a bit over time here. Okay, I would skip the movies and TV section, but due to God Revan constantly, he has been begging me to bring this up, and because CaptainFireworks actually knows about this, I'm not sure if any of you two know about it, but ladies and gentlemen, Toonami is back.
Yeah.
Yay!
So if you want to fire on about that, we don't have Toonami over here, so I can't really talk about it. But anyway, you have about 10 minutes.
Oh, Revan! I just found out.
Revan! No, we're gonna invite him to this, and he's gonna talk about Toonami for us. Okay, we're going. Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time ever, we are going to have a special person to just all of a sudden come in. Your current call will be put on hold. What? No. Oh, what the heck? I can't even call him. Okay, anyway, we'll talk about it anyway while I try and get him on. Go on.
So anyway, it's just been announced that Toonami is now coming back, but this time on Adult Swim, which you can see at late at night. It's coming out really soon. Not officially now, but it's coming out really soon, and they're bringing back all the classics that we used to see when we were kids in the 90s.
Dragon Ball Z and stuff like that.
Dragon Ball Z, stuff like that. Rurouni Kenshin, Tenchi Muyo, all those types of classic animes we've seen in the past. And I'm really excited, It's been a long time coming. And, I wish it was something new, but it's glad to see that Toonami's back, on the adults, on the Cartoon Network thing. Now,
even if it is on Adult Swim.
Yeah, even if it is on Adult Swim. So yeah. So yeah, it's a fact, ladies and gentlemen. Toonami is back. You can check it out. And yeah.
I'm actually curious. Now that they're going to show these Toonami cartoons on Adult Swim, are these going to be like the unedited, uncensored versions of these animes? Because, especially with Dragon Ball Z.
I humbly agree with that, Steven. I think they are actually going to uncensor a lot of things now that it's an Adult Swim.
Mm-hmm.
So we get to see tits! Haha!
Woohoo!
Adult Swim is still censored.
Oh,
Killjoy.
Hate to break it to you guys.
Fuck you.
But it's not. It probably won't be as heavily censored. Like there was a scene in Dragon Ball Z, like very early on in the series, where like this blue lady is dead and she shoots herself in the head or something at some point.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Oh shit.
So scenes like that aren't outright nudity or something like that, they might show that now. So it'll be nice to see some of the uncut scenes they didn't get into the series originally. Hopefully they do that. It would only make. Why else would they put it on Adult Swim?
So kids don't have to watch it up late or have to stay up late to watch it. But yeah, it's back. I'm really excited. How about you, Kyle? You excited for this news?
Not really.
Oh, fuck you,
Yeah,
then.
I didn't watch Toonami when I grew up. I never had the channel, so I missed out on all those shows.
You don't get Cartoon Network over there?
I do now, but when I was growing up, I didn't have the channel.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, so
That's a big shot.
shall we move on to forum questions then for the next 10
Let's
minutes?
move on. Let's move on to the forum. Let's move up. To the
we got
forum
5 questions. No, we got 4 questions actually. First one's from AGoldenShotgun. What is your favorite villain in any form of media? So doing it in alphabetical order, so Captain's first. What is your
What's my favorite villain in today's media?
in any form of media?
In any form of media, I say Bill O'Reilly. He's a villain. He's not a good guy. He's a villain. He talks about conservatism the way he sees it, but he doesn't know jack shit about conservatism or what it really means and emphasizes what it emphasizes. He's a total ass. He's only in it for the money, and he's a total douchebag. And that's all I gotta say. Moving on.
All right. My favorite villain, even though it's from a game I don't play anymore, and I wouldn't recommend anyone play because it's run by Nexon, and their reputation, and they completely fucked the game over, but it was still a very good villain, is Chikol from Mabinogi.
Wow.
And the whole Dark Knight group. And the reason I like them is because it was very gray in how they were written. The basic story of the game goes that you have the Fomorians. It's based on Celtic mythology. The Fomorians are being driven out by the humans because they're evil, quote unquote, and the goddess tells them to destroy them. And you have the Dark Knights who are with the Fomors, who are fighting the humans and the elves and the giants because they want their home back. So it's not exactly clear cut. And at first, it seems like the Paladins are the good guys. They're fighting the bad monsters that are attacking our villages. And as you go on, you realize that they're almost Knight Templars. They're not, they are so dedicated and so religiously blind to the idea of slaughtering these people. They're basically genocidal, and you show that immediately when you're ordered to attack, a young farmer child. And then you have the Dark Knights, who are portrayed as evil, and their leader is the god Chikol. And they're not necessarily good guys because they are willing to do whatever it takes to get their land back, even if it means completely wiping out human civilization, short of those who have allied with them. But then again, the humans are slaughtering their people left and right. So, and this culminates at the best point where, at the end of the Paladin storyline, where you become a Paladin, then move on to determining whether or not you want to become a Dark Knight, is that you find out that the reason there was a whole war that just leveled one of the major cities of the game is because one of the Paladins actually went in and kidnapped the general of the Dark Knights' army, kidnapped his child and slaughtered his men.
Oh.
So.
Reminds me of Game of Thrones.
Mm-hmm. I love it when, these fantasy games don't rely on that old bullshit black and white, wizard bad, go kill storyline.
Yeah.
And makes it to where there's really no right or wrong decisions. So kudos to DevCat for actually writing that story well. Shame on Nexon for fucking up the game.
I guess.
Wow, I think they should make.
Go on.
Oh no, I was gonna say that I humbly agree, and I think they should make a reboot of that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my favorite villain, pretty stereotypical, but I don't care. It's GLaDOS. It has to be GLaDOS, because just the combination of like the humor that she has, and like the dark humor, and just being sinister and stuff. I just short and sweet. I just think that it's a really good combination, and that's why she is my favorite villain. No, not my most hated one, but just my favorite.
She's pretty hot too.
Wait, what?
What?
The robot.
Huh? Yeah, what? Anyway, I'll have to cut that out. Anyway, Spacey, what's your favorite villain in any time of media?
It's a bit of a spoiler. Should I just say it anyway?
Spoiler alert for what? Spoiler for what?
Spoiler!
It's for BioShock.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Spoiler for Shock.
Yeah, and it's gotta be Atlas.
Yeah.
When he played you, the whole story is really good.
Oh my god, dude! When I heard about when I played through that, I was like, "What? It was him?"
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm. I haven't had a chance to play BioShock.
Oh,
I bring much shame.
Sorry about that.
It's okay. I would have found out about it anyway.
Good. Well,
go play BioShock Infinite.
yeah, it's coming out later this year. I'm afraid the back burner questions, all 4 of them are too logical, so I'm only going to answer one more. And then the current questions for the next podcast, for 2 weeks ago, in 2 weeks' time podcast, they're a bit more trivial, so I'm going to answer one more back burner question, and then I'm going to move the rest of the logical ones over to the current questions one, just to make sure that we don't get a bunch of stupid ones for the next podcast. But the next question comes to you from some scrub called Fly666Monkey, and it is...
I wonder who that is.
Do you think games have become better or worse since they have gone mainstream? Interesting. I think Fly666Monkey should open this question. So what do you think? Answer your own question.
Well, it's sort of a mixed bag for me. Let's think about how it was in the old days, let's say back in the 90s. Games were really made for hardcore gamers. There really wasn't much of a market for the casual audience because games were still considered a nerd's hobby. You didn't have a lot of, it wasn't very mainstream, so we had harder games. And for that, I think they were better. I do think that games these days are way too freaking easy. I am tired of games holding my freaking hand through things, Like, a good example is a lot of these recent, WoW-based MMOs where you can literally just click on the name of the quest giver you're supposed to go to, and it will automatically track your ass to him. Literally walk you to him. And while that may be handy for someone who doesn't want to be focused on the game, I'm an adult. I can find the quest giver for myself, goddammit. I have a map. That's what I use the map for, is to find where these goddamn people are. I don't need you playing the game for me. I am glad that there are still developers making challenging games, although I think Dark Souls is kind of a little too challenging for a lot of people. I actually didn't find Ninja Gaiden Black to be all that hard, and no, I did not play on Ninja Dog difficulty. I played on normal. I know I'm speaking a lot of blasphemy there by saying it. Also, the fact that back in the day, we didn't have all this bullshit with DLC. I mean, DLC can be a good thing, but let's face it, for the most part, it's been abused. And so has the idea of being able to patch games has also been horrendously abused. I mean, back in the day, at least with PC games, you were lucky if the game got maybe 1 or 2 patches in its entire lifespan.
Marvel 2.
And,
yeah.
And, with console games, there was no patching. You released it finished, and you hope to God you didn't fuck up. So for that, I think we were better off instead of these days where they release a game half finished and, then they decide to patch it later and you're just expected to sit down and take that.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's wrong. I think developers should be more responsible, but, they're not going to because it's a business.
Interesting. So,
very
who wants
good.
to shoot next?
I think, in my opinion, I have to agree with Steven on this, but I have to disagree on some things. I think that games have been a little bit slow on the side. They have been. I mean, we've seen like DSP play some games like Blades of Time and Yakuza Dark Souls and other types of games we never even heard about, and none of them have been advertised, and they've been like a little bit mediocre. You know, there hasn't been like really enough good games for people to like buy, and we have to like wait like months upon months to get like the big titles, the big juicy steaks out of like the biscuits and gravy.
Mhm.
And you know, I have to wait to play Max Payne 3 next month. What do I have this month? Absolutely nothing. Only have like Connect Star Wars, which I'm not gonna buy. Fuck that. So
Do the cantina dance. Ow!
oh my god. So yeah, that's what I think. I think that they need to keep on going what they gotta do. You know, make good games, not like shitty games. You can do it. We believe.
I pretty much agree with everything you said. That's me. Like, I really couldn't have said it any better than what the two of you have said for this question, so I really have nothing else to add because I'm that useless. Finally,
Oh,
I know.
come on, Pete. You're better than that.
I'm trying to think, but like everything that let me see. Street Fighter. Now that it's became, alright, okay, I think I'm gonna speak in a tone that only a few of you may know about. Street Fighter 4. You know, it became mainstream kind of. You know, it was really heavily advertised. A bunch of new people bought it, and now the fighting game community, it seems to be a bit more harsh, and there are a bunch of other people that are stuck up now all of a sudden because they're like, oh, we just got the game Street Fighter 4, but we still think we're the best. People got there. So we got there, I think it's harming the gaming community. And that could be a bad thing for the fighting game community. Considering the fact that Street Fighter 1 nobody cared about. Street Fighter 2 was a big hit, but it wasn't like a mainstream game. Like Street Fighter 3 was the same. And Street Fighter 4 was kind of like a bunch of like.
Go buy
it.
It's in 3D.
Look at it. Yeah, 3D. And it's just because like the art style and stuff was all unique, and some people bought it just for that, and they're like, oh, how do I play this? And then fighting game community didn't really treat that very well. So I do think in some genres of video games it does really affect the game. Is that any better?
That's good. That's good.
That works.
And, Kyle.
I don't even know what the question was.
Thank you very much. I worked
Oh, you're
hard on that one.
Do you think games have gotten better or worse since hitting mainstream, or since going mainstream?
For some games, better. For some, worse. There's been a lot of casual games that have come out, and they're just completely terrible. And there's been some hardcore games like Mass Effect and Dark Souls and all that stuff where it's good.
Mm-hmm.
No. Yeah.
Can't really top what Steven said. So
You're so good at answering your own question. It's so good. Okay, two trivial questions. Just gonna pick them out at random. The first question, a very important one, comes from Bart Flyer. Does size matter? Yes or no?
Yes, it does. But only how you use it. That's all it counts.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, it's nice to know how to use it, but it's hard to get to England in a rowboat.
That was a very powerful question. Yes. Moving on. I think the final question comes just from Streetbackguy. A very important question. Why does it hurt when I pee? Simple as.
he probably has an STD.
Oh my god.
Should you? Because you banged that hooker.
Gotta use a condom.
Gotta use a condom, man. It feels good.
Okay, I guess on that interesting note, I guess we'll end the podcast here. So pretty much it's time for the crazy plug round where you can find you can find me at youtube.com/Pdaaaawg, of course, the same way you'd spell it on the King of Fate forums. Follow me on Twitter at Pdaaaawg. Now you all have to plug yourselves, so where can we? I know that you can find Spacey at Give Me That Spacey. I know that because I follow him on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
I follow Spacey too.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
I think I'm following you. I'm not sure. You can find me at www.youtube/Fly666Monkey, where I spend a good portion of my time pretending to be a lesbian woman.
Yeah.
Oh.
Interesting. Very interesting. You can find me on Facebook. It's I'll say my last name. It's Andrew Rocha. You can find me on Facebook. You can also find me on thekingofhate.com. It's CaptainFireworks 2292. And yeah, come find me, boy.
So I guess I might as well give out some general plugs then. Follow, go to the King of Feet forums if you haven't been there already. Check it out. Go chillax. Check out the threads. Give me rep. All kinds of stuff. Have a wheel of a
Yeah. Give him rep.
Hey, go give me rep.
Give me rep
Give me
too.
rep,
I want some rep.
Check out Space.
Give me rep.
Give me
Give
rep.
everyone rep, and then we're gonna get the podcast closed now. Anyway, follow DSP and all of his antics at DSP Gaming or DSP Street Fighter.
DSPgaming.com.
No, what? DSP Gaming.
No, it's thekingofhate.com.
I've never heard.
It's thekingofhate.com, damn it.
Oh my gosh. KingofHate.com. Find DSP on YouTube at DSP Gaming and DSP Street Fighter. Find John Rambo at John Rambo Presents. Follow them on Twitter at They Call Me DSP and at Super John Rambo. And of course, check out the podcast by going to all the new threads that we have created. Stay tuned next week. For next week will be another first, in which next week
Everyone forgets Howard.
Yeah. Fuck
Poor Howard.
you can find Howard
Poor Howard.
at Howard Showcases, where he's now playing Dark Souls. You can also find Respect the Pact, of course. Respect the Pact. Who are the people behind Project 7.
Should we count OJ?
OJ, find OJ at Fresh OJ Some Fault. Find
Don't forget the area, Lord.
yeah. Oh no, but we'll get that in a wee second. You can find from Ray William Johnson that Ray William Johnson, whatever.
Fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy.
Anyway, so next week's podcast will be another first. We're going to have our very first special guest on the podcast. Woo! And it is going to be the Arid Lord. Next week, follow me, Hazard, BTR Omega or Chaz, and Captain Crunchy Fee, as we will delve into the wacky world of the King of Hate forum news in that week and DSP news. And then we will have a very first world exclusive interview with the Arid Lord. Submit your questions in the thread I have produced in the new King of Hate podcast section. And take care. Spike, you were hurt. No, not really. And I will say, I guess from all of us, I hope you enjoyed the podcast. I've had a lot of fun. I'm guessing you've all had a lot of fun. I do want to give a special thanks to Fly666Monkey for being a replacement, for replacing someone that was a replacement for someone else. So I do really want to thank you. And
Thank you. You're welcome.
to all of the beautiful listeners of the King of Hate forums and beyond. We will see you next week. Peace out. Have fun.